Welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about something terribly important. Did you know that over 40% of seniors regularly experience loneliness? It's true. Social isolation is like a sneaky little devil. It creeps up on you when you least expect it. One day, you're the life of the party, and the next, you're wondering where everyone's gone off to. But don't you worry, we're going to tackle this head-on. Together, we'll find ways to bring that sparkle back into your social life. In this video, we would like to share the top 10 strategies to abolish social isolation and empower you with the hope that your latter years should be better than the former. So, pour yourself a nice cup of tea, get comfy, and let's embark on this journey together. Now, let's chat about how this pesky isolation business affects our health. It's not just about feeling a bit glum. Oh no. When we're lonely, our bodies and minds can start playing all sorts of tricks on us. Did you know that feeling isolated can be as bad for your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day? Shocking, isn't it? It can lead to high blood pressure, heart disease, and even a weakened immune system. But it's not just our bodies that suffer. Isolation can lead to depression, anxiety, and even cognitive decline. The good news is that all of these effects can be reversed. By taking steps to connect with others and engage in social activities, we can improve both our physical and mental health. So, let's roll up our sleeves and get ready to give isolation the boot. All right, it's time to get down to business. Let's talk about some simple ways to dip our toes back into the social pool. Now, I know it can feel a bit daunting at first, but trust me, it's much easier than you think. First things first, start small. You don't need to host a grand soiree right off the bat. Why not begin by saying hello to your neighbours? A simple good morning can be the start of a beautiful friendship, or pop down to your local cafe for a cuppa. You'd be surprised how many lovely conversations can start over a steaming mug of Earl Grey. Next, why not look into local community groups? There's bound to be something that tickles your fancy. Before you know it, you'll have a diary full of delightful engagements. Now, let's dive into the wonderful world of technology. I know, it can seem a bit scary at first, but trust me, it's not as complicated as it looks. And the benefits are simply marvelous. Let's start with something simple, shall we? Video calls. They're a fantastic way to stay in touch with family and friends, especially those who live far away. Apps like Skype or FaceTime are easy to use, and before you know it, you'll be video chatting like a pro. Social media is another wonderful tool for staying connected. Facebook, for instance, is great for keeping up with old friends and making new ones. You can join groups based on your interests, share photos, and even play games. And remember, if all else fails, there's always that tech-savvy grandchild who'd be more than happy to show you the ropes. Section 5. Community Matters. Finding your tribe. All right, my darlings, let's talk about the importance of community. Finding your tribe can be an absolute game changer when it comes to beating isolation. Think about what you love doing. Are you a bookworm? A gardening enthusiast? Perhaps you've always fancied trying your hand at pottery. Whatever it is, I guarantee there's a group out there for you. Local community centres, libraries, and even places of worship often host various groups and activities. Don't be shy about trying something new either. Always wanted to learn yoga, but worried you're not bendy enough? Nonsense. There are classes specifically designed for us more seasoned individuals. The point is to get out there and meet people who share your interests. Before you know it, you'll have a circle of friends that feels like family. Section 6. Hobby Haven, exploring shared interests. Now, let's chat about hobbies. They're not just a way to pass the time, oh no. They're a golden ticket to meeting fabulous new people and rediscovering your passions. Think about what you used to love doing. Perhaps you were a whiz with a paintbrush in your younger days. Or maybe you've always fancied learning to play the ukulele. Well, now's your chance. Many local art centres and music schools offer classes specifically for seniors. And the best part? You'll be surrounded by people who share your interests. Don't worry if you're a complete beginner. Half the fun is in learning something new. And you'd be surprised how patient and supportive fellow learners can be. Giving back, getting connected. Volunteering. Let's talk about something truly fabulous. Volunteering. It's not just about doing good, although that's certainly a big part of it. It's also a wonderful way to meet new people and feel part of something bigger than ourselves. There are so many ways to volunteer, you're spoilt for choice, really. Love animals? Why not help out at a local shelter? Got a green thumb? Community gardens are always looking for helpers. Or if you fancy something a bit different, how about becoming a museum guide? Imagine sharing all that wonderful knowledge you've accumulated over the years. The beauty of volunteering is that it gives you a sense of purpose. It's a reason to get up, get dressed, and get out there. And let me tell you, there's nothing quite like the warm glow you get from knowing you've made a difference in someone's life. And of course, volunteering is a fantastic way to meet people. Let's take a look at wellness activities for seniors. Now, let's talk about keeping ourselves in tip-top shape, shall we? After all, a healthy mind and body are essential for an active social life. First up, let's chat about exercise. Now, I'm not suggesting you start training for a marathon, unless that's your cup of tea, of course. But gentle exercise like Tai Chi, yoga, or even a good old-fashioned walking group can do wonders for your health and your social life. Imagine chatting away with new friends while getting your daily steps in. Mental wellness is just as important as physical health. Have you ever considered meditation or mindfulness classes? They're fantastic for reducing stress and improving overall well-being. And group classes are a lovely way to connect with others on a deeper level. You might even make a meditation buddy. Family ties. Strengthening relationships. All right, let's talk about family. Now, I know family relationships can sometimes be a bit complicated, but strengthening these bonds can be incredibly rewarding and help combat those feelings of isolation. First things first, communication is key. Don't wait for your children or grandchildren to call you. Pick up the phone yourself. Set up regular catch-up times if you can. It could be a weekly Sunday dinner or a monthly video call. The important thing is to make it a habit. It's never too late to mend fences or build bridges. Sometimes, all it takes is a heartfelt conversation to get things back on track. Your social renaissance. Taking action. Well, we've reached the final stretch of our little journey. But remember, this isn't the end. It's just the beginning of your social renaissance. Now it's time to take all these fabulous ideas and put them into action. Let's start by making a plan. Take a piece of paper, or your fancy new tablet if you're feeling tech-savvy, and jot down 3 things you'd like to try this week. It could be saying hello to a neighbour, looking up local community groups, or even just downloading a video call app. Baby steps are still steps. You might be thinking, oh, Joanna, what if it doesn't work out? Well, that's all part of the adventure. The important thing is to keep trying. And before you know it, you'll be wondering how you ever had time to feel lonely.